Hi, everybody. Oily here. Mouse Toes is with me. The Oklahoma Prepper was in here, but he's out for some reason. I don't know if he's having internet issues, but he also had a phone call. Hopefully, it's not some sort of an emergency. So, I don't know. We'll see. Quick update. I didn't tell anybody where we went on our vacation because I didn't know if there was any freaks out there watching. You know, we're all freaks over here, but I mean crazy freaks that like would do us harm. So I didn't want to say where we were going. But we went to Red River, New Mexico in the Rocky Mountains, and it was, it's like 100 plus here in western Oklahoma. And I went there, and it was hoodie weather almost the entire time. Like, it was just perfect. It was mid 50s to mid 60s for highs the entire time, minus about maybe 20-30 minutes. We were up on a mountaintop and it warmed up for about that long, but then clouds came back, moved back in, and it was nice and cool and breezy again. It was awesome. And of course, while we up there, I got to feed a wild mountain goat out of my hand. I had some of those Townhouse crackers, and he loved them. He was eating them like crazy. I'd crush them up, and he'd walk over and just eat them out of my hand. It was so cool.
That is way cool. Oh, I'm glad you had fun and you had cool weather, because otherwise you could have been miserable.
The lows at night were in the 40s, so like, hey, SKS Hugo, hi Kojo, Hidden Numismatist.
Hidden Numismatist.
Sigh.
Yeah, and when it's in the 40s, right, we sleep on our husband's head, because it's like.
Oh no, because I'm like totally hot natured right now. Penn Woodsman. I don't want to forget somebody. The John Z Project. I think I mentioned him already, but I wanted to make sure.
Did you say we tree bonsai?
I did, but not as well as you say it.
Okay.
And then Finger Lakes Prepper, and let's see, and I got it worked out with Hidden Numismatist, where he realized that no, it was just a misunderstanding last time, so he knows we love him and we would never block him from our channel. We love him.
Never.
So, anyway.
There's Oklahoma. In Oklahoma, when I came in, you had perfect audio. It was like you were in my top pocket. I was like, oh, am I in the wrong chat? It was awesome. Say something so we'll know it's still working.
It's still working.
Yes, yay! This is great.
Well, yeah. The trip, I just want to say that the trip was incredible. I really did not want to come home after that because it was such beautiful weather. And I was telling Oklahoma Prepper in the chat before we got started, before you came in, that I figured the altitude would affect my occipital neuralgia, that permanent headache I have, would make it worse. But it didn't. It was actually better. I don't know if it was the altitude or if it was just timing, but I didn't hardly have any issues with that. And my sinuses were all clogged up until I got up there, and then it opened up by the next day. Allergic to stuff there as I am here, and I'm like, babe, we just need to move there.
I was fixing to say, go fund me, and we need to you in it's your bug out is your permanent location. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. You look so happy in your pictures.
Oh my gosh, it was so fun. And I'll be sharing over here and over on Steemit to show some pictures and stuff. But yeah, we drove those paths on ATVs up, and the one that we took is carbureted, and so it didn't do so well in the higher altitudes. But luckily, a friend of ours took another one, which is a Ranger that's fuel injected, and so we drove it around. So we're actually selling our carbureted Rhino for a Ranger now. We're going to get a Ranger. That way we can go and go to the mountains or whatever and not have to worry about it. And plus, it rides much smoother than the Rhino that we had. But we had a lot of fun. It was beautiful. There was 3 other couples that went, and we just had a blast.
How long were you there, Oily?
We was just there from Thursday. We left here about 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oy.
Yeah, we left here about 5 o'clock in the morning because we didn't want to be pulling those trailers and causing so much trouble in the heat of the day driving
Yes.
across the desert. So we went ahead and took out really early in the morning, and then they're an hour behind us. So when we got there, it was like 12:30 or 1 in the afternoon their time, so it would have been like 2 o'clock our time. And
Wow.
it was just beautiful. Like I said, hoodie weather pretty much the entire time. Just perfect and so gorgeous. We drove on paths that you could just look over the edge and see about 300 feet down, or better. But it was amazing. It was awesome.
Nice. And what's nice is when you take something like that, you're like renewed, like your husband going to work, you getting back to all the things you do around your house. It's amazing, even with it has to be longer than a weekend, a Saturday and return on a Sunday, that you feel renewed, don't you? It like refreshes you.
Well, and if I would have been able to sleep, it would have been better. But our mattress, for some reason, the only problem I had was I could not get comfortable. Like, I can't sleep on my back because I got a big booty, okay? So I have to sleep on my left or right. Anyway, on my left or right hand side, my shoulders go out, and I just could not get comfortable. Plus, we didn't take our normal pillows that we sleep in. We used the ones that were in there, and we won't make that mistake again. But next time we go, we're renting a cabin because it was just amazing that way. That way we don't have to drag a camper all the way, and I'll be so happy for that.
So that long drive was worth the destination, and more importantly, the group of people that you were with.
Yeah, it was fun. And then next year we're going to go back, but we're going for a full week. We're going to go on a Saturday and come back on a Saturday, the following Saturday. Ooh. And we're just renting a cabin up there because the cabins that are on the same place where we took our camper, the cabin's actually cheaper if you do it, like there's 2-bedroom cabinets. So if each couple, if 2 couples stayed in one cabin, then it's about the same price as what it was for 2 RV spots. Why not just stay in a rustic cabin? But we didn't have to use air conditioning or anything except for about maybe 20 minutes to knock the heat off on that one day where the sun kind of peeked out. Got a little bit warmer in the camper because we didn't have the windows open because it had been raining.
Right.
But other than just about 15, 20 minutes, we turned the AC off and we didn't use it the entire time. It was wonderful.
Good.
I want to tell you all about this. I just got this in a couple of weeks ago. It's called the Health Preparedness Symposium, the DVD collection. And it has it has 6 discs with at least 3 doctors or experts on each disc. Some of them have 4. And one of the topics is the emergency dentistry. Now, some of these speakers, I will tell you, if you get this, they are not just real exciting to listen to. Some of them are kind of dry, but there's such great information in there. It's worth it.
Right.
But in here, let me see if I can find it, the one that talks about the emergency dentistry, because he may have, I think he has a website that you can go to as well. Okay, Dr. Jordan Baker, Jordan Baker, Baker. It's basic emergency management of facial trauma and dental infections. And he even goes into how to lance open, figure out if the infection is further back or further forward, where it's at, and what procedures to go through, including lancing that abscess if need be, and getting that infection out. So he does a really good job at discussing all of that, and so I'd highly suggest looking him up, Dr. Jordan Baker, and because his video, he's kind of bland in the way he speaks, but it was very good information.
Excellent. Yeah, because dentistry is very tricky. You can have pain up here at the top. Before, when I thought I had an earache, I had a toothache. You know, the little ear, nose, and throat guy. He goes, "It's your tooth." And we couldn't tell it was one of the top 3. And went to the dentist, and he poked on him, blew some air, almost, came up off the chair. And so it's interesting, isn't it, to trying to figure it out. And an infection ain't no joke, an oral infection.
Oh, no. And matter of fact, he said the one that's like further back, you know, if it gets into that jaw joint, it doesn't take it long to spread it all up to the brain or into the into the bones itself. I'm not sure what's going on as far as if somebody said something that somebody took wrong out there, but I'm sure John didn't mean it that way. So as long as we, I don't mind, joking around and stuff, as long as we keep it to where it's not raunchy and we're not doing major cussing, we're good.
Yep, and Wee Tree is not overly sensitive because she's Wee Tree Bonsai, but if she thinks it's offensive, she's going to know it's offend somebody, so that's how we roll.
Yeah.
Wee Tree is our boo.
She's just trying to keep it to where families that are maybe more conservative than I am, where they can feel
comfortable.
Whacked in the head now. So conservative can come in and feel like they can be comfortable in here to get the information, because this is great information.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say that doomandbloom.net is one of the best kits I've ever seen on dental care.
Oh.
It's $199, but it has pretty much everything other than most of the essential oils listed here. It's got like gear for dental emergencies. And this is put together by Dr. Joe Alton and his wife, who is a nurse practitioner, Amy Alton. No, I don't have any affiliation with them. I know I've mentioned them several times, but I really don't. I'm not even sure that we've had any interaction on any of their videos on YouTube. I do watch them and I may comment, but I don't even think they've ever answered me back or anything. But they just have great information, and I'm all about that. Me and somebody else have some better information and have more knowledge out there than I do, and not steer you that direction, because that's not right.
Right.
I want you to be as prepared as possible. So today we're talking about dental emergency kits. And I don't know where my zinc oxide powder is, but when I talk about that, you just order it in a package, kind of like this, like you can get in a Mylar bag or a plastic baggie full for about a pound worth or so, half pound, just kind of depends, but it's not very expensive. It's over on Amazon.
Zinc oxide powder, did you say?
Oxide powder. That is what dentists use a lot of times, mixed with something like clove oil or things like that, to pack a cavity. Yes, that I learned that from Joe Alton and Amy Alton. So that Dr. Alton is the one who mentioned that, and I'm forever grateful for that. But yes, and we'll get to that.
Hey,
first of all, there is.
Hey.
Yeah, go ahead.
There was a couple things I wanted to touch base on before we got too far into this, which we've already did. But I just kind of, I don't know if anybody here has been watching the news. Last week on the 12th, there was a bombing in Tulsa. Somebody, a disgruntled ex-Air Force member, decided he wanted to blow up an Air Force recruiting center in Tulsa. It's actually near Bixby. That's something I wanted to let you guys know if you guys didn't know about it. It was I guess you could call it a domestic terrorist type thing, which these days, anytime anybody does anything bad like that, it's terrorism. But this guy he's a 28-year-old U.S. born and raised guy, and this is what's really disturbing is they found a duffel bag with more pipe bombs and components for more, an application for a German visa, cell phones, multiple cell phones, cash, a rifle, a handgun, and ammunition. they're just saying that he was a disgruntled 2-year Air Force airman who couldn't advance to the service to be an electrician. So I guess he decided to try to blow that place up. So I know this is really, really far off topic, and I apologize, but I just wanted to let everybody know that be careful with what's going on when you're going through big cities, or if you live in cities, or that's why I do not. The closest city that I'll go to is Lawton for my doctor's appointments, and I'm there. I go in, get stuff done, and leave town. I don't like to stay in there any longer than I have to be. So
I'm with you on that. Yep.
Yeah, I don't like to go to larger cities if I don't have to. I've become a bit of a recluse in a sense.
Me too. Me too.
I don't want to go unless I absolutely have to. The talk out here, Kojo is absolutely right. Eugenol is another name for clove oil. Eugenol is actually one of the chemical properties, a natural chemical property that is in the clove oil, and that is what works so well for pain.
Wow.
Go over that. I also saw somebody else, I can't remember if it was Pinwoodsman or Finger Lakes Prepper, but mentioned Where There Is No Dentist by Murray Dixon is his name. That is a book that you need to have. That's my next thing that I'm going to order. It's one of the best reference books for helping you with dental emergencies out there.
And most people think a dental emergency is, I pull it. Well, you have to be able to pack that hole. You can also lose your clot and begin to hemorrhage. I've had that happen. Every time your heart pumps, it pumps out some of it, like having a wisdom tooth done. And the last thing you want to do is lose a tooth.
Trauma?
Exactly. Yes.
It's not just about pulling a tooth. It's about like lacerations in the mouth, or lacerations on the face and in the mouth. Or what if it's a broken bone? You've got to think about all of these things. You got to know how to stabilize that broken joint, that broken jaw, that broken bone. Not just about teeth. So.
And being a medical professional, you're very right. And that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes down to oral hygiene. Because your mouth is one of the dirtiest things on you, in you, around you. It's one of the most bacteria-filled places on your body, and you have to always try to help prevent infection. If you do pull a tooth, then you have a cavity that is open in your jaw or in your maxilla, and you have to protect anything to keep from getting in there, because if you get some kind of bacteria in there, you will get an infection. An infection is one of the least of your problems too. That infection can set up sepsis, and once you have septic poisoning, you will die without intervention. So that's another thing to really take into consideration, is the fact that you are working with the dirtiest part of your body, and you have to be especially careful and clean with it. So there's a ton of different things that you can do to help that, but just keep that in your mind.
And Finger pointed out, I love to say finger. Anyway, Finger pointed out, like also pulling it, you can cause severe nerve damage. Now, nerve pain is horrible. You can't think.
Yeah.
Now, imagine jerking that tooth out. Then all that pain and swelling affects all of your other roots of your teeth, and just agonizing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's nothing worse. The two worst pains I've ever experienced, and I've been through labor. All of that is toothache pain and earache pain.
Yes, earaches. I'll cry like a 3-year-old.
Me too.
It's no relief. It's awful.
Mm-hmm. I
Okay.
was saying in the side chat, I have some of that dental temp, which you can use in your real life now, just a temporary filling. I had to use one when we were in Kansas till I got to my own
Right.
dentist because I'm a gagger and I go to somebody like, trips me out on Valium and stuff. I mean, he's my friend, okay? I love it there. And anywho, he said, "My God, you did a great job." But I mean, the tip for that is you can't leave that in long. What you're offering is things that are going to be able to stay in there.
Well, I don't know how long that zinc oxide packing lasts, but you can actually pack that in and then put that dental temp on top of it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that's an option. I also believe that there's certain bonding stuff that you can use that, like, if you use with a UV light, it'll actually set it hard. I'm not sure if it'll work on the dental temp or not, but that's one thing that you can, look at. But okay, so There Is No Dentist by Murray Dixon. There's another one out there, so make sure it's the one by Murray Dixon. And then for pain relief and infection, the zinc oxide powder, you mix it until it's in like a consistency. You can mix it with benzocaine, which is numbing. Now, anytime I'm mentioning a pharmaceutical or something like that you don't want to use, just ignore it. But if I'm in that much pain, I don't care. I'm using benzocaine or whatever I can find to help me not hurt like that. So mix benzocaine, and then you can also mix different essential oils that I'll go over into that. Rub it into a cotton pellet. They have those dental cotton pellets that you can get. You just take your little curved in tweezers, grab your pellet, rub it in this paste this putty that you make with that zinc oxide powder, and then you can pack it into the cavity. Okay, so zinc oxide powder, cotton pellets. I will tell you that the Red Cross, for some reason, I've used both, like the Young Living oil, essential oil, and then the clove oil, the eugenol oil that is in that little Red Cross dental emergency kit, and I actually prefer the Red Cross. If you don't have it, then go ahead and use your 100% pure clove oil, medicinal. Your medicinal strength oil. Clove oil is great for pain. It's also great for its ORAC value, so it'll go into your body and help fight off free radicals. Benzocaine, which you can get in Benzodent, people use for their teeth. So I don't know what other ways you can get it, but I do know Benzodent has that in it. Ibuprofen for swelling, inflammation, pain is great. Just if you have major bleeding issues, you're not going to want to use that because it does thin the blood. Alcohol like whiskey or brandy or even Everclear diluted down in some water or something, and you can swish with that, and that helps. We always keep brandy on hand for that. We swish straight brandy over that tooth, and it helps more than about anything.
Yes.
And then something warm. If you're suspecting infection, you don't want to do that for too long because the warmth can help multiply that infection. But it is great to have. Some people like ice packs. To me, it irritates it more.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's different. And like one of them said, and like the Oklahoma Prepper said, prevention is actually the best. Brush your teeth, floss, take good care of your teeth now because, didn't that. And who's to say there's going to be a dentist around? Love dentists. I don't love having to go to the dentist, but I'm glad they're there to help us. But, if you don't have one and you're in major pain, you're in trouble.
And like Finger said, instead of ice. How have I got that? I'm on mute. Okay, wait, was that you? Okay, all of a sudden I had an echo. Sorry. Frozen peas or corn, you can lay on your side and they'll conform to your face. But I'm the same as you. I prefer not to use the ice. Yeah.
And you can use instant hot packs or cold packs, which I've got in this list. But I will tell you, you want something like a hot water bottle in the event that you don't have those anymore. If you use those up, you want something that you can, a hot water bottle is great because you can put hot water or cold water in there, like from a creek or whatever, and then you can put that in there and then just screw on the little lid and use it. So it's great for a reusable hot or cold pack because you can use either.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I wanted to say, and I really, 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 this probably I would probably take a bullet to the tooth before I tried this, but, and I'm pretty sure a couple of you may know this, but they say, now I don't know this because I've never tried it, nor will I. They say that urine will help alleviate a toothache.
Okay, shut up. No, no. I'll shoot you myself before I let you do that.
Yeah.
I think they used to use something like that. It's probably more the warmth of it than anything to kind of help alleviate. But I do know, I did hear, and it's not on this list, is if you have access to fresh, cold, but fresh, whole fat milk, doing that, swishing with that several times a day, and then after some time, it can actually help some people have said. But,
yeah,
you know, let the side chat begin. Hashtag urine. Here we go.
Hashtag urine mouthwash.
When we have hashtag crotch rot, now we've got hashtag urine.
I know, right?
Not to be referred to as the 4-letter P word. Okay, you'll get juiced with the Blue Ridge urine. Hashtag urine. Nobody step out of line.
Oily, you talked about clove oil, right?
Yes.
Okay, clove oil can numb the affected area. And I talk about yarrow a lot because we have it very thick here. And I also talk about hemlock because it looks just like yarrow and it's very, very, very deadly. So always make sure you know the difference between the two. However, yarrow root, if you chew the root of yarrow plant, it will act as a numbing agent to help numb the area like Oragel.
Okay, hold on a second. Oklahoma, you have really started something. Now you got Kojo wound up. Come here, baby. I want to help your dental problem.
Come on, guys.
It's your fault.
And Finger Lakes Prepper said, it probably would make, swishing with urine probably would make you may help with tooth pain because you'd be so grossed out and puking from swishing with urine when you realize it's urine in your mouth that you forget about the tooth pain for at least a little while.
Maybe that's the theory behind it. I don't know, but I haven't tried it and I won't try it.
You're like, BC truck repurpose and repair has arrived, and he says the toothbrush wasn't invented in Louisiana. Otherwise, it would be called the teeth brush.
Oh my gosh!
I did not do it, Wheatree.
He did start it, Wheatree. You might have to juice Oklahoma.
Caitlin Strain says that neem oil is also good as a topical anesthetic, which I just got that in for my plants to keep bugs off. So that's good to know.
I don't know if you can see this, but I keep this near me all times.
Do you use it in your mouth?
No, but it's an antiseptic.
Okay, I was gonna say I know somebody that had to go to the ER because he put that in his mouth.
Okay, then don't put this in your mouth. It's a topical antiseptic.
Stupid, but it'll say not for oral use. People have to read the print, get a magnifier, read all, but don't. Nothing says rinse and spit.
I don't know how to read.
Okay.
Okay. There's topical anesthetics and there's topical antiseptic. An antiseptic kills germs. An anesthetic actually numbs the area, and that was an anesthetic to help numb.
Okay. Peppermint tea bags. Did you talk about that one yet?
No, I do talk about peppermint oil though in this.
Okay, salt water. Of course, everybody knows. Doctors tell you gargle with salt water even with sore throats. Hydrogen peroxide rinse. There's lots of mouthwash, the alcohol-free mouthwash that has a hydrogen peroxide rinse, and you talked about like whiskey, or there's a you can do bourbon soaked cotton ball, and the bourbon may provide a few minutes of relief, but the reduction of the toothache symptoms is temporary. They will come back.
Oh yeah.
They will come roaring back as soon as the alcohol evaporates. Garlic.
Yeah.
I don't know did you hear about that one, the garlic?
Yeah, I heard garlic. I don't have that on my list.
It says garlic may temporarily relieve pain, but it depends on what the cause of your toothache is. For example, if it is caused by temporomandibular joint, which is it's a jaw issue.
In the joint.
It may not offer relief at all.
Yeah. Living Frugal and Prepping has said the ground clove, like the clove just in between the cheek and the gum, ground clove mixed with a couple of drops of vodka, so that would work. Finger Lakes Prepper said willow bark, and I don't have that on here, so those are all great.
Biddy Boo! Biddy Boo's
here. I haven't seen him forever. Hi.
Okay, because I asked Finger, do we just gnaw on your tooth hurts. Who wants to gnaw on willow bark? And he said, scraped, stringy. This like trying to say Hidden's name. Scraped, stringy, and packed in. Oh, you stick it in there like tobacco. Thank you. You have to scrap it. He means scrape. # urine.
# urine.
Okay, so mouthwash oil is great for pain. You can use it topically on the outside of where you have tooth injury or infection, or on under the tongue or in a capsule, but don't put it on an open wound because that will burn. Okay, you can, like, if you have a wound right here, you can put it around it. Make sure you have a good circumference around that. You don't want it right up next to it, because if it gets in it, it will burn. Idaho Blue Spruce or Idaho Balsam Fir essential oils are great for pain relief under the tongue or in a capsule. Copaiba oil for inflammation and pain. Thieves Essential Oil Blend for infection and some for pain because it does have clove oil in it. Purification, external only for infection. Peppermint essential oil is great for inflammation and to make the other oils more effective. Antibiotics containing penicillin, like penicillin, amoxicillin, or amoxicillin and clavulinate, which is augmentin, I believe. Non-penicillin antibiotics for tooth infections are for those that have allergies to penicillin, or the ones that are resistant to penicillin would be erythromycin, clindamycin, which is also known as Cleocin, metronidazole, which is also known as Flagyl. A couple more things as far as the pain goes. A syringe with a curved tip with saline rinse in it is great to flush out the cavity or wound. And as somebody already mentioned, hydrogen peroxide to flush out cavity or wound, or to continue to rinse it out throughout the day. What's going on? Who's saying what? Somebody's saying something that's crazy because y'all are all smiling.
Wheat Tree won't leave me alone.
What is going on? What?
Wheat Tree won't leave me alone.
Me and Wheat Tree are kind of # urine, # he likes yellow. We got a theme going in the side. Sorry.
So you're involved in it too?
Yeah, I was in the mix.
Wheat Tree and Mouse Toes won't leave me alone.
Yeah.
Be nice, children.
Sorry.
You're hurt my feelings.
Oh, his feelings are hurt.
We love you, but you talked about pee in your tooth. It's not okay. If you weren't on the panel, we'd have had to juice you with the wrench. You can't pee in people's mouths.
You asked for it. They're saying.
It's hard for me to believe that urine is sterile because your body is expelling it, and your body expels stuff that is toxic to you.
Waste.
And stuff like this.
Exactly. So once you said it, we ran with it, and then Kojo took it to a whole other level, and then we got destroyed. You have met our people. Okay, what the hell were you thinking? I mean, what did you think was going to happen? You just were not thinking.
My dad's urologist, when Dad had surgery to remove cancer from his bladder, he had an open incision from about his just below his sternum or xiphoid process to his belt line. Well, he was leaking urine into his abdominal cavity, and therefore it was coming out of the incision site. Well, my dad's urologist says, "Hey, it's sterile. We're gonna go ahead and send him to OU anyway." So, coming from a doctor, it's sterile.
Now, BC Truck asked a very good. Okay, that doctor needs to have his license removed. Ask a question. Is that how you get pea brain?
Possibly. Rest in peace. He passed away last year.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, he had pancreatic cancer, but he saved my dad's life. He's
That's
a good
good.
guy.
But let's just pee like on the side of the road. Let's bury it. Let's pee in the potty. Let's pee in a bag. Let's not pee. Let's not put any urine on our teeth. And we'll just go with some proven medical things. Because if our teeth are hurting real bad, we may not have pee. We're going to be thirsty.
Mouse Toes, you could take your freshette and just pee in a bottle and just save it. There you go.
And give a sweet rinse every morning.
No. Ohio's out there. Ohio Wolverine.
Oh, good Lord, it's like Night of the Living Dead or something.
But you're in someone's mouth. Come on. Come on.
That's Kojo only showers in urine. And now because he's sterile. And Finga says, I'm going to sell it on eBay. Mouse pee. Good.
I'm pretty sure you're sterile, Kojo, but just stand over there.
Yeah. We've gone past crotch rot. I didn't think we could go lower. We've gone to hashtag urine.
Crotch rot.
Potty mouth.
And pee in the mouth.
Bitty boo, potty mouth. Oh my Lord.
Oh my gosh. Jared Walsh says it always comes back to pee.
Yep. And then look, Penn Woodsman says, just ask the survival dude, the imposter Bear Grylls, he drinks pee. And then others are like, you don't drink your urine, it's your waste. It's not going to help you. If you're dehydrated, why don't you just make it worse? I mean, fall off the cliff. What the hell is wrong with people?
That's what I'm talking about. I'm just
All right. So now, tools and other things that you need to have on hand, and some other supplies. Various dental extractors for upper front, upper left, upper right back, lower front, lower left, and lower right back. Various dental elevators, which means they just get in there to help push the tooth up. Dental fog-free mirror, metal scaler pick scraper to clean the tartar and junk off of there. Metal curved scaler pick to pack gauze into tooth or wound. Metal curved tweezers to pack or remove gauze. Disposable or metal scalpels. Hey, Keith Gregory, welcome. Hemostat for holding the needle, like if you do need to do sutures. Sterile gauze, hemostatic gauze, which is just gauze that helps slow down bleeding if bleeding gets out of control. Gloves, masks, alcohol or betadine wipes, cotton applicators like Q-tips, tongue depressors. And we talked about the both reusable and disposable hot and cold packs, temporary filling, cap bonding glue, picks, dental wax, denture repair kit for those that have partials or dentures, salt for making your own salt rinse, toothpaste, and toothbrushes. Anybody else have anything else?
Yes.
Kojo would like a gin and pea gimlet top seller at Inler Hamster Bars.
I just had to type in a nice fun fact about Chuck Norris in chat. Vanilla extract.
Vanilla extract. Because of the alcohol content in it.
Yeah. Okay, so thanks for running my bubble. Thanks for bursting my pee bubble. So I can't remember what it was.
If you have bubbles, that's not even a dental topic. If you have bubbles in your urine, that's a whole nother chat.
For those of you guys that don't know where to get some of this stuff, you can actually get a lot of those dental picks and stuff like that. You can get a lot of this stuff at a dollar store for a couple of dollars, and that's a very cheap and really good way to keep
build up your crypts.
Yeah, so I mean that's very cheap, very easy to come by because they have all kinds of stuff like that. However, when you do go buy your little dental tools, make sure that if you don't have one for each one of your family members, make sure that you at least have a way to sterilize the tools because, like I said earlier, your mouth is one of the most dirty parts of your body, full of all kinds of bacteria, and one of the last things you want to do is transferring bacteria from someone else's mouth to yours or from yours to someone else's by cross-contaminating with the tools. So just be really mindful and really careful about that.
Yeah. And I discussed this last time, that using a pressure cooker, you can use it like an autoclave with your rack bottom of your pressure cooker and do that. So yeah, no, we're not sterilizing the tools by urinating on them hidden. Okay, we're not doing that. Oh my word.
Oh, come on.
You people.
You're on me.
He's not gonna play no more. Y'all gonna be mean like that.
I'll take my toys and go home. And go pee on stuff.
So for the first time we can hear Oklahoma clearly. We had no idea all this time with his bad audio what the hell he's been saying. Okay, he's killing me.
That's what I've been talking about the whole time. Mouthwash.
Oh, Finga says if you wear dentures, get a spare set. Like, people, where do you keep those? In your pocket? I mean, who can afford 2 sets of dentures?
Man, can you imagine, like, several $1,000s?
Yeah. Oh, God.
I learned it on Oily's chat.
It's educational.
We're recommending to pee in your mouth for toothache pain, okay?
Yep.
No.
And don't urinate, almost said the P word, just sterilize your tools. We've established some, what do you call it, a baseline here. Oh, God.
These are standard operating guidelines.
Okay.
These are guidelines.
Okay.
Boil them?
Helps you. This is not a procedure. This is not what you do. We just try to help you. This is advice. These are for entertainment purposes only. Consult a licensed physician and a professional mouth pee drinker thing.
A pee in the mouth expert.
Yeah.
Finga said then stock up on Bubba teeth. Our wax teeth, when you could use wax teeth. I can't.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Mouse Toes, I know she's snorting over there. She silences herself so we cannot hear the snort. The silence of the snort.
The snort was bad. Oh, God, and Hidden's killing me. Between Hidden and Kojo, we don't stand a chance. We're not going to be able to read the chat anymore. Oh, God.
Urinate in mouth when you have pain. Urinate on utensils since urine is sterile.
Hidden made lessons learned in this lecture. Oh God.
Can we discuss tongue care and maintenance? Well, don't put poop on your tongue to try it.
No. No. How about when you get a paper cut on your tongue and it hurts for like 3 days? Like, who the hell
How
licks
do you get a paper cut on your tongue?
Licking envelopes, because sometimes you don't get to peel and sticky one, and you're like,
who does
ow.
that anymore?
I do. Shut up. Who? I don't like little pee in my
This is
toothache.
2017. They had those little. You take off the glue.
I told you when you buy the wrong ones, if you don't have the strip on it. You lick it, you go, ow.
Yeah, you can just pee on those paper cuts there, Mouse. You know what?
Yes. I can stick my tongue in someone's urine.
Who licks envelope? Pee on them.
For once, you'd be glad your husband peed on the seat. Oh.
Now you know why we do it. Because it's sterile. We're helping you guys.
It's your idea, Clorox, bleach. I was helping you clean the toilet. I peed all over the front.
I sterilized the kitchen today, Mom. I watched the dishes today, Mom.
YouTube channel.
Oily. That carpet in the truck sure is sterile now.
Oh my gosh.
You know what?
Bingo. Blood all over this letter. It must be for mouse toes.
I can say this with confidence. We are definitely not like any other YouTube channel. They just off.
And you're supposed to be our stabilizing influence. And who sent us off the track on the damn train? You.
And you were the one who embarrassed my crotch rot talk, okay? And was like, hopefully we can get through this chat without crotch rot talk.
Yes. We get hashtag urine from Coco.
Hashtag crotch rot, hashtag urine.
Oh, God. Hidden, you better stop it. Oh, God. Oh, okay. This is so bad. Okay, Kaylin, do not pee on the hurl of the cat. It's not going to help the stain.
Yeah,
okay?
For those that watch later, Caitlin just said, my cat just hurled on my living room carpet, probably imagining urine in its mouth.
Pee on
yes. It didn't tell her to just urinate it on Kaylin and you'll be okay. Oh, God. Oh, Lord.
Oh, my God.
Okay. All right. So, what's next on the topic?
Sorry, Oily.
Oh my gosh. Ohio, that's bad.
In BC, a dog would have the courtesy to clean its own up. Or if you have two dogs and one throws up, the other one eats it. Like, and you're like, I got this, Mom. You're like, oh. And nothing gets me moving faster than hearing my cat start to go, "Hoy, hoy." Okay, I mean, I can move like I'm 20. Oh, God.
I don't know about you guys, but cat farts stink.
They smell fishy, don't they?
I was laying in bed watching TV, and the cat was meowing, you know, doing his little thingy on my chest, and all of a sudden I smell something. I'm like, cat, get out of here.
Oh, another thing, Living Frugal and Prepping said you can also make aspirin out of willow bark. Well, the salicylic acid that is in willow bark is what's in wintergreen essential oil. But an aspirin, you can also take an aspirin and just stick in between your cheek and the tooth that's affected also.
Okay, there, aspirin, if you get, I don't know where mine is, somewhere around here, but the aspirin that comes in the old-fashioned looking bottles, the little rectangle bottles, you can actually chew it, and it works significantly faster than if you just swallowed the pill with urine. But and a lot of people, she's laughing her butt off over there. A lot of people are sit there and just tell me that's disgusting. It tastes horrible. If you ever tried baby aspirin, Ada baby aspirin, it tastes the exact same. It just has a little more orange flavor than regular aspirin. So I buy it and I put it in my gum when I have a headache, and it really works a
You
lot
can
quicker.
stick it under your tongue and just let it dissolve
Sublingual.
that way, or grind it up in a powder and stick it under your tongue, kind of like the BC powders.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, y'all are killing me out there. BC says that my dog gets up and moves when she breaks wind. I would move too, but it renders me unconscious for several minutes.
It's hard to move when you're knocked out. Dogs smell like something died in them. You're like, oh my God, call an ambulance.
Let's not get onto there. Actually, Weetree, you will be impressed to know that my favorite food is pho.
Hey, what'd you say?
My favorite food is pho.
Spell it.
Pho. P-H-O. Pho.
Oh, I thought that was pronounced poo. Like, wait, Volcano's not here to fix it. What's that poo-poo stuff you get, the poo-poo platters in the Hawaiian restaurant? What's it pronounced? Kojo, how do you say it?
Pho.
Okay.
When I first saw it, I was like, pho? But it's not.
Hi, Rusty.
And it is amazing. As in
Who made it?
I swear they use it. You have to be careful if you don't live near a place that makes it. You cannot ever try it because they make it with meth and it's like addicting.
Okay, yeah. Oh my God. So now we're talking about drugs.
Not really meth. It's addicting.
Oh, it's like addicting like drugs. You just chose meth. I picture somebody with rotten teeth because we're on a dental chat. In case you didn't know, pho is made from teeth or cavities simmered over a long fire. I don't know what the hell we're talking about anymore. I can't do this.
Yeah, we kind of got off subject, didn't we? We wouldn't do a thing like that around here. Get off subject? No, not us.
I like Kojo. We need more addictions. Oh, God.
My coffee addiction is bad enough, okay? I don't need any more addiction.
Okay, it's a Vietnamese dish. See, Kaylin Strain is the logical one in the outdoor chat. The externally.
Probably
YouTube
the only
chat.
one in the history of coming to this chat, okay?
Exactly. Thank you, Kaylin, because he had nothing.
Either we lose a bunch of viewers or we're going to gain a bunch of viewers.
Hey, do you remember more cowbell? Hidden New Mythicist says more urine, more urine.
Oh.
Poo-poo platter with snow pea. Piece of truck.
Maybe you don't have to avoid yellow snow anymore, because if it's sterile.
Exactly. You could like.
I think I'd rather use honey. I'd rather put honey in my mouth than urine.
Honey is a natural, natural. It's natural. What is it? Crap. It's natural crap, but something else. Dang it! Now I gotta Google it.
Oh God, he's gonna Google yellow snow cones for everyone. Hidden New Mythicist.
He's buying, huh? Are you buying?
Oh God.
I'll have my share. Thank you very much. I'm cool.
It's like when I watch him on the Survivor show, and I think what would get me more than anything is not being able to brush my teeth. I mean, you wake up in the morning like you got mittens on your teeth. It's terrible.
Oh my word.
It's just bad. I'm Sofa Kingdom. Okay, Penn Woodsman, see if you can figure out his comment, Oily. I'm Sofa Kingdom. I forgot to eat today. I'm Sofa Kingdom. I forgot to eat today.
All right, let's just stop right there.
Okay, what happened? Sofa.
You inadvertently said the F-bomb.
No, I didn't.
Sofa king. Say it or think it fast.
Oh.
Yeah, still don't get it. Maybe I have blonde roots underneath this gray. Oh God. Thank you, Oklahoma. Oh God.
And I still have to babysit y'all.
Well, after you start all the trouble and we lose control, okay,
We're
like
children. We're sweet and innocent. We're too naive. We don't catch that stuff. So
I live in South Carolina and I attend the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses, and they'd just be very shocked to think I'd behave that way. Oklahoma, you're telling stories out of school. I'm gonna clasp my pearls. Okay.
check the internal and you'll see now.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. What part are you from? I'm from the Oklahoma part. Actually, I don't like to tell people exactly where I'm from, but the closest, what I call a city, is Duncan. So, yeah. We are here in my town. We're in an SHTF situation. Mom got a letter, and she called me. That's when we were in our pre-game chat. Willie, she had called me and was telling me that she got a letter saying that young people and older people with health problems should not be drinking the water. So they left out, I guess, younger, healthy people, but that is not something that I'm going to be playing with. So luckily I have 15 cases of bottled water.
Gosh.
Yes, I am. One of my bug out spots is a mile away from me at the river.
Your volume is going down for some reason, Oklahoma. I'm not sure what's going on.
Are you Googling something?
No.
No, okay.
Can you hear me now?
I think that if water is not safe for fragile older people or younger people or anybody with health issues, I don't want to be drinking it either. Or anybody that's healthy in my family, because I don't need something going on that makes them unhealthy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Luckily, like I said, I have 15 cases of bottled water and several 2.5 gallon jugs of water that I get. So I'm very, very okay with that.
Kojo says just hashtag drink urine.
Okay. Yes. Hey, let's, our new thing needs to be, Oiley's Humble Home, keeping it yellow. Right?
Exactly.
Yellow strong, man. Yellow.
Right. And yellow's mellow, man. Like, with your toilet. If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then for those that don't know how to gravity flush, look it up. It's really simple.
Exactly. Yes.
It's out of electric. All right. Well, guys, it's time to shut this down. If anybody else has any suggestions, whether you're watching this over on Steemit or over on YouTube, you see this after the fact, or if you think of anything later after we shut the chat down, put your comments below or over on Steemit on comments. I'd really love to hear any more suggestions that you have besides hashtag urine. Okay. So anyway, I thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Oklahoma Prepper, for coming and being part of the panel today. I'm so glad your volume is fixed. Mouse Toes, as always. Y'all check out their channels. The Oklahoma Preppers Steemit link and YouTube channel links are both in the description box below. Mouse Toes' YouTube channel is in the description box below. I think she was trying to set up a Steemit, but I'm not sure how that's gone. So. Anyway.
Hey, guys, in chat, leave us a comment once this thing is done. Give us ideas for the next show. Give me ideas for videos, because I don't think I'm going to be doing very many videos this summer because it's hot. I don't like
it's too hot. And we meet next time for Kojo's, calling it Oiley's Urine Mug Club.
I'll put a yellow filter over my camera there. And I think next time is going to be a trauma kit, because I'm working on medical kits right now. So a trauma kit, a severe trauma kit, especially bleeding. So we'll talk about that next time. So everybody keep that in mind.
Hashtag Tinkle from BC. Hashtag Tinkle.
So I got you on all that stuff. Thanks for the subscription, Biddy Boo Brown. If you guys haven't subscribed to me yet, subscribe to me. And Mouse Toes as well. She is awesome. She's hilarious. And sometimes I have to keep her in line.
When Wheatree isn't.
Yeah, when Wheatree.
When Oklahoma's doesn't start the chat out of control.
All right, guys.
I don't know. I might send you a link in after chat. I don't know. I'll see. It's kind of hot in this office because I don't have an AC unit, and if I have the door open, then my husband's TV is just on the other side of that wall, and you can hear it. So we will see. But I will try to do that. All right. Well, it's good to see you all. Thank you for coming. I love each and every one of you. Any prayer, you can message me at any time, and I'll pray for you. Love you very much. Thanks for coming, guys. See you next time. Bye.